Hey, this is Roberto, and in this video, I'm going to take a step back a little bit, and we're actually going to go into the MyFitnessPal.com website. The reason we want to do this is because, number one, it offers an easier alternative to setting up things like calories, macronutrients, and things like that, because a lot of the times people might find it difficult to do on the app itself. So all you need to do is already have an account, which you can either do from the app or from the website. I'm already logged in here, and what you're going to want to do is when you go to my home, it's going to bring up this bottom part here, and you're just going to want to click goals. And when you go to goals, it's going to load up this page that I'm on right now. And so in the previous videos, I showed you how to manipulate the carbohydrate, fat, and protein breakdown throughout the day. And it might have seemed a little pedantic and weird on how to do it. But as you can see on their website, they have a very easy to see breakdown of how that might look. You could also do the fitness breakdown, okay? Calories burned per week, workouts per week. And as you can see, it updated it live because I just made this video right after the one where I added 5 workouts to my previous 5 to make it 10, and the website automatically loaded up. Still 20-minute workouts, and you can edit these right from the site, and it'll actually transfer over onto the app. So one thing I wanted to talk about is calories. So one thing you might be thinking is, well, how do I determine my calories? There's an excellent calculator out there that I use. It's from ketogains.com. If you just Google ketogains macro calculator, you're going to find it. If not, just go into the ketogains website, and they have the macro calculator link up at the top. And what you're going to do is put in your default information, like your weight, and really that's all you have to put in is your weight, and it'll do everything else. Your body fat, as a matter of fact, you're going to have to put in. If you don't know your body fat and you don't have calipers or a body fat tester, which I really don't, you can actually just Google, you can Google photos that have kind of estimations. However, I would highly suggest getting calipers. I had one, but they broke, so I'm just waiting for a new one to come in. But last time I checked, I'm being conservative here with 10%. So I put 10% body fat. Again, these numbers aren't fast and they're not hard and fast, right? They're not set in stone. It just gives a great ability to observe what a diet might be, how many calories I might be able to use, and you can always build off of them, right? So it identifies your lean pounds so right here it says I would have theoretically 149.4 pounds of lean muscle or body mass. It has your basal metabolic rate and all this other great information. But if you scroll down, once you entered in these 2 pieces of information, everything else from this calculator has aggregated. So remember how I said in a previous video, you want to give the most conservative amount of your activity. And here's another angle on that. When you give the most conservative amount, like sedentary, what it's going to do is give you the lowest amount of calories. When you have the lowest amount of calories in a day to work off of, it's a great starting place. Because if you notice, you know, the saying, you can always add, but you can never remove, right? Well, I liken that to this scenario. With a sedentary lifestyle or a sedentary identification, they're going to break down calories based off of a sedentary lifestyle. So I'm going to get a very low end amount of calories. In this case, the amount of calories that is prescribed to me to maintain my weight is 2,017. If I wanted to lose weight, it would be 1,815 calories. If I wanted to gain muscle, it would be 2017, but there would be more protein in my diet, and they have reasons for that. However, I want to let you know that in my experience with the sedentary setting, when I click maintain, I have actually been able to lose weight. Okay, and that is because, guess what? I'm not sedentary, which means the amount of calories that they prescribed for me are less than what I'm actually burning in a day. And what does that mean? If I'm burning more calories than I'm taking in, I'm going to lose weight. So that's just another bonus of why sedentary is a great choice. And you can always build off of sedentary. You can always add calories. You can always go to the next one, lightly active. And look, it's going to add a couple more calories, okay? And that's what it's going to do. But start conservatively. So once you have that number, so for mine, it's I'm going to maintain maintain. I'll put 2017 into my calories. So it looked like the MyFitnessPal app was not too off, had 2090. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it. I'm going to put 2017. And then I'm actually going to go over here and adjust the carbohydrate, fat, and protein ratios. Carbohydrate, we're going to put to 10. Fats, I'm going to put to 75. And protein to 15. And look what it does automatically. If you see to the left, it tells you how many grams of carbohydrates you're going to have in a day, how many grams of fat you're going to have in a day, how many grams of protein you're going to have in a day. Let's say I wanted to go lower and say 5 grams. Notice how it says 95 in red. That's because anything that doesn't add up to 100, it's going to give you a red symbol, okay? So maybe we can add 5% of protein. Boom. So now we're down to 25 grams of carbs, 168 grams of fat, and 101 grams of protein per day. Now, another reason why this is just helpful information overall, if you know the total amount of calories you're going to have in a day, and you know the breakdown of those calories in terms of how many grams they're going to be, and remember, if you want the calorie breakdown of these grams, you're going to multiply the gram of carbohydrate and the gram of protein by 4, because each gram of carbohydrate and each gram of protein has 4 calories. And that will give you the number of protein calories in a day. So for instance, protein calories, 101 grams times 4 is going to be 404 calories of protein in the day. Okay, 25 times 4 is obviously going to be 100 calories of carbohydrate in a day. 168, you're going to multiply that by 9 because there's 9 calories of fat per every gram of fat. Okay, and once you have those numbers, I urge you to put that in an Excel sheet. The way I use it is I have a notes tab that I use on my Mac where I put those numbers down, and then on any given day, let's say I'm eating 3 meals a day, I can just divide those macronutrients and those calories. So if it's 404 calories of protein and I'm eating 3 meals a day, that would mean, whoops, I guess it's not letting me do it. But anyway, you're going to do 404 calories divided by 4 meals a day. Let's say if you're eating 4 meals a day, right? And that will get you the amount of calories that you're going to be wanting to look for per meal. Like, how specific is that? And it's not difficult at all. This is all part of winning first and then attacking. If you go, this is why using something like the MyFitnessPal app to count calories is so important, because it's not just about counting calories. It's about setting up the game of health and fitness to the point where you're able to predictably dominate your nutrition and your food. How many times have you gone into a diet and exercise program hoping that it works, but not really knowing if it's going to work? Okay? Well, if you have the numbers and it's so easy for you to manipulate the numbers. It's so easy for you to change things. It's so easy for you to know per meal, okay, I need this many grams of protein, which equals this many calories, right? If I have 10 grams of protein in my breakfast, that means it is 40 calories. 40 calories of 2,017 calories on a day. Now, the great thing about it is you don't have to do that math. The MyFitnessPal app will take care of that math. But you additionally can go with these numbers, and I've shown you how to do it. Maybe in the next video, as a matter of fact, in the next video, I'll do a breakdown, give you a visual breakdown of what that might look like per meal. Let's say if you're eating 3 meals a day. And then once you have those numbers, now you change the game, because now you know exactly what you need for your meals in terms of how many carbs, how many fats, how many proteins, in the context of your calorie goals. And so you're going to be more likely to hit your calorie goals, and you're going to be more likely to get the results you're looking for. And that's how you change the game. It comes through understanding. It doesn't come through wishful thinking and hoping. All right? So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do just that and break down calories per meal. And then we'll get back into the MyFitnessPal app. All right. Talk soon.